In the previous slide, we talked about the hematopoietic map, and we tried to identify the cells and try to guess which cell gives rise to what cell. And now I'd like to talk a little bit more detail, so if you can just look at this map and think about the general organization of these cells. So first, let's talk about erythroid cells. Erythroid cells are the oxygen-carrying red blood cells, and we should also think about and understand what are reticulocytes and what are erythrocytes, and know that they are both functional and are released into the blood. But when you notice reticulocytes, for example, when you're looking at blood work, you would know if by looking at the reticulocyte the rate of erythropoiesis. So just to recap there, erythroid cells are the oxygen-carrying red blood cells, and the reticulocytes are the immature blood cells, and the erythrocytes are the ones that are mature. And when you're looking at blood work, the reticulocyte count can give you an estimate rate of the erythropoiesis. So I just mentioned a moment ago that the reticulocytes are functional and are released into the blood, but I think I'd be more correct to say it's the erythrocytes that are functional and released into the blood. The reticulocytes are immature, so they're not ready to go. So to be more particular about the reticulocytes, just looking it up, it says that the reticulocytes are immature red blood cells, typically composing about 1% of the red cells in the human body, and they develop and mature in the bone marrow and then circulate for about a day in the bloodstream before developing into mature red blood cells. And like mature red blood cells, reticulocytes do not have a cell nucleus. And they're called reticulocytes because of a reticular or mesh-like network of ribosomal RNA that becomes visible under the microscope with certain stains such as new methylene blue. Anyway, that gives us a good understanding, so I think we're going to remember that. And let's move on and talk about lymphocytes. So we're going to look on the other side. So the lymphoid progenitors, from the lymphoid progenitors, these are the cornerstone of the adaptive immune system, and they are derived from common lymphoid progenitors. The lymphoid lineage is primarily composed of T cells and B cells, which are a type of white blood cell, and this is lymphopoiesis. So how about the myelocytes? So here's the myeloid area, the myeloid progenitors, and they include the granulocytes I was talking about earlier, and the granulocytes are the basophils, neutrophils, and eosinophils. And the megakaryocytes, which make platelets or thrombocytes, and the macrophages, which come from monocytes. So these are derived from common myeloid progenitors. And they're involved in such roles as innate immunity and adaptive immunity and blood clotting. This is called myelopoiesis. And also we have granulopoiesis or granulocytopoiesis, which is the hematopoiesis of granulocytes, and megakaryocytopoiesis, which is hematopoiesis of megakaryocytes. So I hope this gives us a clear idea of what we're supposed to know for our test. Thank you.